Tyrese Halliburton and that injured left wrist. He said, no concern at all. He'll be out there. He'll be fine. However, I have learned during halftime, Halliburton did get that wrist x-rayed. They are waiting for results. Obviously, he's out there, and there appears to be a significantly more tape on that wrist than there was in the first half.
They got that thing taped. I'm sure they worked on it after the x-ray at halftime as Indiana comes up empty on its first trip. Donovan Mitchell putting all kinds of pressure on this defense. Poked away, they keep it alive. Wade from deep. Look at Mitchell just playing on a different planet.
And it's also their ability to dominate that offensive glass. You know, you go back to game one, they took 15 more shots in that game. It didn't end up in a win, but a similar dynamic here. 12 more shots in that first half for the Cavs.
Indiana gets it back after another turnover, and then it's Turner. Little leaner on the baseline, and Miles Turner now 17 points. Putting together a big night here in game two. For a beautiful lead, Strus the fake. Mitchell, good close, Nembhard. Allen, all 82 games this year since in 2018. He's become such a heart and soul piece for this Cavs team that they are leaning on tonight heavily.
And they're going to need him. As you've noticed in this game, too, Ty Jerome, who's had such a terrific season for them, has had some struggles here offensively, not as confident shooting the basketball as Andrew Nembhard knocks down the baseline jumper.
Andrew Nembhard, remember what he did in game one? Playoff career high, 23 points. He hit 5 threes in that game. He's got 8 tonight. That is Jerome with a little flick. His first basket and first points of the night.
And that is huge. They are going to need him to be aggressive offensively. And keeping them out of transition.
Indiana, 14 turnovers in the first half. Most that they have committed in the first half all season. Jerome trying to get the defender on his hip pocket. Nesmith the leak out. Forceful finish at the other end, and it's back down to 11.
Yeah, and more importantly for the Pacers, a run out, right? Their defense leads to an offensive transition opportunity, and they're able to convert.
Only their 6th fast break point tonight.
And that's a stat, Spiro, as you see Allen continuing. I'm not a big fan of the fast break stats. I try to focus in on how early in the shot clock can you score. If you're scoring in the first 6 to 10 seconds, that to me is in essence a transition opportunity.
Boy, what a feed. Turner, lead pass for Siakam.
To their offense, they have been creating high quality shots with consistency.
Mitchell
has had an all-around masterful performance thus far.
28 years of age, at the height of his powers. Well, they knew that he would have to play a monster game tonight. Short-handed as Turner tees one up, misses short. And Indiana is now 5 of 16 from 3. Just under 4 minutes gone by in the quarter. Mitchell against Nesmith on the wing. This is Jerome, knifes in underneath.
Even when he doesn't get it, he does a great job of spacing the paint, and it forces you defensively to account for him.
Oh, a beautiful looking soft touch. And Miles Turner cuts it to 14. But can Indiana string together some stops? 19 for Turner.
We're going to a little bit of a zone.
Nesmith still feeling that pain. Here's Jerome into the corner. Mitchell. And he finally. And of course, #1 seed in the East, one of the greatest seasons in their franchise history. But even despite some struggles tonight, Indiana proving to everyone just how good that they can be.
They are a terrific team. They just have not been able to get into any kind of a rhythm with how they want to play offensively. And quite frankly, defensively, they've been nowhere near as active as we saw in game one.
Boy, Mitchell, beautiful feed, and Allen sticking with
rebound for him, and he has done that here.
Before this thing switches to Indianapolis for game 3 on Friday night, so that'll help their cause.
There's still a ton of time left in this game, too. Oh, my goodness.
Doing his best Donovan Mitchell impression. My goodness, where did that come from Strus? And this thing has ballooned back to 20. Halliburton bottled up. Neesmith is going to fire. Big shot for the Pacers.
And Halliburton ended up in the seats after that possession.
Actually knocked over a couple of spectators in a collision. Ty Jerome, a little bit short. And Turner, good box out against Allen. And the Pacers respond. Neesmith dials up another three. Too much. Rebound Wade. Told you at the top, Indiana was 53% from three in game one. Thought he was back on the playground in Chicago with that play. Toppin, corner pocket three for Toppin, and suddenly it's a 14-point game.
Yeah, and we talked about this is an explosive offensive team.
Two-man action, Jerome and Okoro, 7 on the timer. Jerome's going to step back and pull. Short. Kept alive. Jerome, another floater. Missed again. And Ty Jerome is now 1 of 12 shooting.
He has really been struggling to find it. You can see he's short on just about everything. And this is a big stretch here right now for the Cavs. No
situation for the Cavs, and Max Strus stepping up to the plate when his team needed a big night.
And I tell you what, Carol, this next 3 minutes or so is critical for the Cavs. And boy, that's some struggles here with this second unit. That is a great way to kickstart the rest of this quarter.
Boy, Okoro is hurt. Mathurin taking advantage against the left hip of Okoro, trying to grit his way through. So a 15-point game with 4.5 left in the quarter. Ben Shepherd defending Jerome. Strus pulls up. It's a rare miss for him, and the rebound corralled by McConnell. Can Indiana take advantage here with Mitchell on the bench? Halliburton on the bench at the other end, and that is Mathurin. Back-to-back baskets, and it's down to 13.
Yeah, great attacks there by Mathurin, able to get to the rim and finish up over the shot blocker, Allen.
7 points for Mathurin. Strus, and he just keeps on coming.
And if you're the Cavs, understanding this group on the floor for the Pacers, they don't have a lot of rim protection. You can be aggressive to get to the paint.
McConnell, boy, he beat Jerome, just couldn't finish the layup. So Ty Jerome taking over the reins of the offense here with Mitchell on the bench. Strus fires short. Rebound tracked down by Shepherd. Shepherd back to McConnell, open three. Boy, they needed that.
They sure did. That, not a great three-point shooter, but he was so open, hard to pass that one up.
Moment. He feels the moment. He knew he had to step up tonight. Now he's got to finish the deal.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Jared.
All right, Jared, how do these coaches now handle the rotations? Kenny Atkinson, his team injury depleted as Mathurin wanted a foul, no whistle. Atkinson has Javonte Green on the floor. Greg has been forced to go a little bit deeper into his bench, missing those 3 integral pieces. No Mobley, no Garland, no Hunter. Jerome probing. And left it short.
But Coach Atkinson knows he's got a lot of guys who've had opportunities over the course of this season. They understand what's expected of them. They're confident in their abilities. And having said all of that, Pharaoh, still a lot of time in this game. It's been that to win one-on-one battles, to play ISO basketball. That's not the strength of their team. The strength of their team is their spacing and their ball movement. And the Cavs have been able to negate that with their ball pressure and point of attack defense.
Max Strus, one of the hot hands tonight, 18 points into the corner. Wade, now the reset, 7 to shoot. Strus taking Siakam, steps back, that's a long 2. Boy, Green had it, just couldn't squeeze it. Pacers looking to push. Nembhard trying to get into the paint. Look at Merrill. Knocks it loose. Here comes Strus up. Missed it point blank.
I think Turner might have got a piece of that to alter it.
This is now the breakneck pace that the Pacers want. Trying to make the tempo faster as Turner leans up and in. He's got 21, an 11-point game.
Yeah, but that is a little faster, and what it happens is when you can speed up the game, you create cross matches, and that was an example of it there on that possession.
Boy, Ty Jerome, he's missed a couple of those chippies tonight. Loose ball, Merrill. Merrill gets another chance, and then Halliburton able to get the block, run out Mathurin, and he hits the reverse. And here comes 14 at the end of the third. 8 straight points. Donovan Mitchell on the bench. And Kenny Atkinson feeling the urgency, wasted no time.
Yeah, I think that is absolutely the right move because Cavs right now struggling to create offense.
Allen, Halliburton knocked it loose. Boy, tough break for the Pacers. Loose ball right to Allen and Mitchell underneath. Errant pass, their 9th turnover of the night. Early stages, 4th quarter.
To force the turnover.
Cleveland Cavaliers, 64 wins this season. 2nd most in franchise history. But boy, they can feel the stakes tonight. Desperately trying to avoid an 0-2 series deficit with this thing moving on to Indy for games 3 and 4. Off the Mitchell miss, here's Siakam twisting, turning, unable to convert.
And that's a lot to do with the strength of Donovan Mitchell. Didn't allow for Siakam to create the leverage on that possession. Play there in the finish by Allen.
Is it fine by Okoro, and Allen's got 22. Halliburton +1. Halliburton now just 11 points. Can he ratchet up the scoring here in the 4th? You see him still grimacing in pain as that left wrist taped. Hurt that wrist in the first half off a collision. Mitchell elevates. Back rim, no. Rebound, Halliburton. 8-point game as we hit the 8-minute mark. Turner extending, and Mathurin on a stick back.
And this is what we talked about. Now you can just sense how much faster and aggressive the Pacers are playing right now.
Indiana has taken the momentum, and they've changed the tempo of this game. 17 off the bench tonight. And we got a 6-point game. Or something about this Pacers team. They start to smell blood in the waters as Halliburton misses a floater.
Yeah, and it's really about style of game. Right now, they're getting back to playing their game. They're dictating the tempo here to start this 4th.
Mitchell splits 2 off the bounce.
Were dirty or intentional, but those plays that ultimately hurt DeAndre Hunter and decide what that excessive line is. We want to make sure our players are available to play in the playoffs. Obviously, he's got 3 key guys that are right now, 2 of them injured in game 1.
And Jared, we all are big fans of Kenny Atkinson. I didn't see it that way. I didn't think that the physicality in that first game was excessive by any means. I just thought that the Cavs, I should say the Pacers, were just the more physical and aggressive team.
Benedict Mathurin has been.
Give him a towel.
So apparently it was a delay of game, second against Indiana. And both teams have been hit with a technical in that category tonight. He's finally getting his due now as the new coach of the year in the league. The chess match.
That's the thing about the postseason, because you know each other so well. You're not tricking anybody, and because of that knowledge and the knowing of tendencies, it allows the game to get even more physical. And that's why it's so important to control your emotions, and not have this thing get out of hand.
13 foul against the Cavs. Indiana is already over the limit. Well, still 6 and change left in regulation. Nembhard steps back, fires, rims out. Neesmith sneaks in. That cuts it to 6. But keep in mind what Indiana has done as a comeback team. Remember, they were down 20 in the clincher in the previous round against the Bucks. That miraculous win in overtime. Okoro, it slipped.
Starting to wane just a little bit offensively here.
Third turnover in the quarter by the Cavs. Turner underneath. Strus. Come on. Boy, D'ing up in a tough spot.
That was a heck of a rotation there by Strus. Just got Turner outside of his comfort zone just enough to affect the shot.
Here comes Jerome trying to turn the corner. Bump to the deck. It's loose. Bodies all over the place. Mitchell. Inbound, Strus elevates. Short. Fight for it, Siakam. So Max Strus now 4 of 11 from deep. He's cooled off after that hot start. Nembhard, two-man action, pulls up, short, offensive rebound. Turner gets it back, and misses a couple of chippies.
And he's just got to be a little more patient there. You've got a huge size advantage. A lot of times, though, in your mind, you're expecting Allen to be there on the attack.
Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, his 27th shot tonight. He's got 42 for Cleveland. Nembhard, a little bit of contact.
Hard to get the finish.
This crowd, boy, you can feel the nervousness in this building.
And part of it is for this group, you know, when you're this shorthanded, Ty Jerome would be one of those guys offensively that you rely on possession game. Your defense is going to be set.
Here comes Strus, a little bit of contact, and he lays it in. That'll get it to 7, and Strus has 20. A shorthanded Cavaliers team trying to will themselves over the finish line. Nembhard looking for some daylight. Turner underneath, a spin and the lay-in finish.
And that time he took his time. He was able to see where Allen was before he went into his move. Great job finishing there.
Miles Turner putting together a big night. 23 points. Here comes Okoro into the paint. Nembhard trying to
Opportunities for rhythm threes. And if you're the Pacers, not foul and try to keep the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hands and force somebody else to beat you.
Neesmith, corner 3, and he buries it.
And that is the one thing, if you're the Cavs, you wanted to avoid. You've done such a good job of making the Pacers take tough twos. That time just a breakdown defensively.
Neesmith with his 5th triple of the night. Mitchell, he will not stop.
So the two things we said you wanted to avoid, right? Don't give up open rhythm threes, particularly in the corner if you're the Cavs. And if you're the Pacers, don't allow Donovan Mitchell to get to the rim.
Halliburton, tough contested layup in traffic. They come up empty. And we hit the 3-minute mark left here in Cleveland. Mitchell against Neesmith, who's been brilliant with his defense, and he comes up with the theft. Cavs scurrying back, Turner into the corner. This is Nembhard from deep.
I'll tell you what, this has been a terrific game. I mean, and if you're both teams, even in the loss, if you're the Pacers, you're going to feel better about how your group has rallied and responded.
Schedule TNT doubleheader tomorrow. Knicks and Celtics. And Denver trying to take what would be a shock.
Biggs having to guard the post. And there's a lot being asked of their franchise player.
His 16th and 17th free throws of the night. And this place is rocking. Nembhard into the paint. Turner, good close by Strus, trying to turn the corner. Goes glass, missed it, but Max Strus playing some defense.
Strus, but I tell you what, Jared Allen on the ball with Nembhard also. A lot of times, it's the initial point of attack defense that sets up a defensive possession. How about the defense there by Miles Turner to force the difficult shot?
So Turner returns the favor. Here comes Siakam like a runaway in Indiana. Critical miss. 5-point game with 1:46 left. Mitchell up high. Moments, dead ball situations, just trying to take those deep breaths.
Again, generally for him to get free throw attempts, there's going to be a lot of contact.
Mitchell skies in and then he lost it. 6-point game, we're down to 90 seconds. Halliburton working into the paint. Masterful play by Halliburton.
There's still a ton of time here. They just barely get it in. You can even see Mitchell was too tired to even run back and help.
Or he's gassed. Both teams are out of fouls. 1:14 left. Mitchell, shadow, double team, gets it to Struz from deep. Training staff to get the ice bath ready. Can they hold them off here? Final 66 seconds. Halliburton chiseling to the cup. That'll cut it to 5.
They got to get the ball in
seconds
bounds and put them on the free throw line. There's enough time in a 2-possession game to play it out.
They get it into the hands of Mitchell. 20th and 21st free throws of the night.
Possessions for this group, but collectively, they've done a great job that they put on the floor.
Boy, when you consider what's at stake, you can put this up with anything he's done in his career. Siakam did in that clincher against Milwaukee. Look at that stick back. This is all you want in the NBA playoffs. 47 seconds, contact. Both teams are in the penalty.
And no Mitchell in the game right now.
Mitchell is on the Cleveland bench. Halliburton against Allen, who extends his defense. Halliburton on the attack. Allen gets him from the back. Inbound Halliburton, and here we go. 10 seconds. Nembhard. On the wing, Siakam attacks and lays it in. It's a one-possession game, 27.5.
I do. Oh, my goodness.
There's a steal. Nembhard. 25 seconds. Unbelievable.
And really, the Cavs have struggled the entire game getting the ball inbound.
Halliburton sizes up Jerome, and here he comes to the cup.
Better job of getting open.
Misses. Halliburton the rebound. 9 seconds. They do have a timeout. Carlisle's going to let him play. Halliburton steps back and hits. Trying to take Cleveland's heart.